G'day. Today I'm going to be turning this logo image that I've drawn up on SketchUp into a rubber stamp. So the first thing we're going to do is to turn it into a three-dimensional image that we can make a mold out of. So I'm going to start out by extruding this, and we can then put it on a 3D printer, create a negative mold which will fill with rubber that we use for casting pewter with, but will work fine for making a stamp. So that's what we're going to do. Rightio, so there we have it. That's our negative mold. So once we fill that up with the rubber, we've got ourselves a stamp. So quickly, just to calculate the volume of what we're going to need, I've made these sides 6mm. I'm only really wanting it to fill it up 5mm so I can get a nice flat top of it so I can stick to a piece of timber. That's 53mm. 63mm. So we'll get our calculator, and that is the volume because I've already calculated it, but we'll start again to show you the math. So we'll go 5 times 63 times 53 equals 17mm. So 17mm. So I haven't calculated for this negative space in the letters, but I don't want to fill the mold either. So if I roughly had 17mm, that'd be more than enough rubber to cast from. Alrighty, I'll send this over to the slicer and we'll get ready for the 3D printer. Rightio, so we've got this in the slicer now. It's set at 100%. So we'll just slice that and have a look and see how it goes. Make sure everything looks the way it should. So this shows basically where the extruder will be and where and when. So if I run back here, you can just see how it shows. And it's building everything the way it should. We'll run through from top to bottom, just quickly make sure everything's correct. So we can see there, right at level 6, that everything appears at the same time. That means that when the stamp's made, it'll be nice and flat. Solid right through until then. Alrighty, cool. So this is a 2-hour print, so you know what, I reckon we might actually change it down to 20%. See if we can speed that print up a bit. We don't need that much material. I'll shave an hour and a half off. Right, yeah, I think that'll do the trick. So I'll save it and I'll send it over to the printer and see how that goes. Okay, so the printer's done. I went ahead and printed another one, just to be on the safe side. Then I've coated him in petroleum jelly, and now to cast the mold in silicon rubber. So I'll be using Moldmax 360, which is a high temperature silicon rubber, but it should be fine for this. I've already gone ahead and put more than enough than what I need, and now we've got to calculate it by weight. So we'll start off with our set of scales, and I've just used another cup that's the same, so it should be close enough to measure it. Rightio. Let me switch out our cups. So this is 3 parts catalyst to 1 part, 3 part catalyst to 100 parts rubber. So I've got 90, so nearly 3 mil ish. Does it? I always like to put in a little bit more. Just make sure it's set, so I hate to have it not set on me. Alright, so I'll get rid of them. And we'll just mix this very thoroughly. Now I'll be using a vacuum chamber twice. So I'm going to mix this up well, and then I'm going to vacuum it, and we'll see all the bubbles rise out of it. And then I'm going to put it in the molds and vacuum it one more time in the actual printed piece, just to try and make sure that we get the rubber right into that detail, because I am concerned that there's a couple of spots where it may not actually sink right down into it. This rubber's normally quite good at filling all the detail, but you know, I've got the chamber there, so I might as well use it. This can turn quite quickly sometimes, you'd be surprised. Oh yeah, I think that's good, all the blue is in. Alright, so I'll put that in the chamber, and I'll bring her over.